Hello friends, in this video I will tell you very fundamental things that you must know and watch before going to attempt any mechanical engineering related interview, competitive exam, or I will say the basics that you should know. So here is the question that might appear: which is having the least flash point? Petrol, gasoline or diesel? So let me tell you, petrol and gasoline are one and same. And second thing, why? So let me tell you first that flash point of a volatile material is the lowest temperature at which the vapors of that material will ignite, but provided an ignition source. So let me brief you that how and which fuel has the lowest flash point. So petrol is a fuel that is used in spark ignition, so it requires an ignition source, petrol, and this fuel is mixed with air within its flammable limits and heated above its flash point and then ignited by the spark plug. To ignite the fuel, that is in this case is gasoline, we must have low flash point, minus 43 degrees Celsius, but in order to avoid the pre-ignition caused by the residual heat in a hot combustion chamber, the fuel must have high auto ignition temperature. So I can clearly tell you that obviously the petrol will have a low flash point temperature, but at the same time it is having a high auto ignition temperature. Similarly, diesel fuel flash point varies from 52 to 96 degrees Celsius, and we all know that diesel does not require a source of ignition, so diesel is suitable for use in a compression ignition engine. Air is compressed and it is hot, and it has been already heated above the auto ignition temperature of the fuel, which is then subjected to a high pressure spray, keeping the air fuel mix within the flammable limits. In a diesel fuel engine, as I already mentioned, there is no ignition source, so consequently what happens is that diesel fuel must have high flash point and the low auto ignition temperature, so it goes vice versa. Like if suppose petrol has a high auto ignition temperature, definitely the flash point will be low, or else in case of diesel the high flash point is there, therefore the low auto ignition temperature will be there. So you can remember by this way, question might be asked in your exams, in your competitions, that out of the two fuels, which fuel is having high auto ignition temperature or low auto ignition temperature, and why, or on what factors it depends. So you can directly say that flash point is dependent on auto ignition and vice versa. Now moving next, I I have provided you with the comparison. I have provided you with the comparison of both the fuels based on various parameters. You can take a look here. Also, the red marked values show that they are more as compared with the black written values. Moving ahead, most of my students, they ask me this question, that what will happen if suppose instead of inserting petrol in a petrol engine, what will happen if I put diesel, or if suppose I have a say diesel engine, what will happen if I put petrol as a fuel in that? So if in a diesel engine you put petrol, or if in a petrol engine you put diesel, let me tell you what will happen. So when you put diesel in petrol engine, diesel in a petrol engine will not cause firing. since diesel is less volatile and will not mix with the air properly, and therefore a good air fuel mixture will not be prepared, I will say, by using the carburetor. Okay. And there is no other direct injection technology as well, so a poor quality mixture will be there, and you will be applying spark to it, but it will not burn properly, so ultimately it will not cause firing. That can be the best answer. And in the other case, if like you put petrol in a diesel engine, so you are like spraying volatile fuel into a combustion chamber of highly compressed and hot air, and that will cause detonation. That will not let your engine run smooth, so a smooth combustion will not be there. And a very important property that you have to take into account is that diesel is also a very good lubricant. That property is missing when you put petrol inside the diesel engine, which will cause more wear and tear of all the parts, because petrol do not have that property or to act as lubricant. You can take a look at the answers. So meanwhile, if my students ask me this question, so I generally give them this answer. So finally, this is my answer to this type of questions that I already told you can appear in exams. And please share these videos. Hope you like this one as well. You like the earlier ones. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe.